All right, well, let's just get started and maybe more people will come. They'll feel it. Okay. Anyways, welcome to community call number 133. It's October 13th. I'm Ashley and I'll be facilitating. Griff's internet was kind of crappy, so I'm going to facilitate today. And let's start out with praise. We've got a new praise system in case you didn't know. And if you haven't activated your praise account yet, go ahead and go into the praise channel and type in /activate. You'll link your ETH address to your Discord account and you'll also get praise powers. And then you can type your praises in the channel there. Yeah, so let's start with top 3 praises for the week. I guess for me, I really want to praise everybody who's at ETH Denver getting up on stage in front of all the people and talking. That's like Griff and Lauren and Katabe and Mateo and representing Giveth on stage. What?
You said ETH Denver.
Oh, at DevCon. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. And also just like a lot of the support that I've been feeling from the community lately, the community builders in my team, and I want to really praise Franco and Almond for stepping up and really providing value to the community like before their trial periods were even over. Claire and Nicola and Kotabe also always have my back and I feel really supported from our team there. I think that's my 30 seconds, so I'm gonna pass it over to Frashelle.
Hi everyone. So I want to praise Amin for addressing the issues we encountered in Giveth Trace so quickly, and to Muhammad for the support. And I want to praise Nico for coordinating on body review calls and contributor feedback and arranging all the documents. And I want to praise Claire for working with me on the working group accounting costs. And I'll pass it to Monique.
Hey everybody, I want to praise Kotabe for collaborating while he's on conference. I want to praise Mo for being a very good teammate to me. I want to praise all my teammates, developers, and I want to praise Carlos one more time for his consistent follow-ups for the mandatory updates. I pass it on to Mitch.
Thanks, Monique. I want to praise Kotabe and Matteo for giving really great talks at ETH Latam and the Taoist. Praise Lauren for the amazing talk yesterday on the money game and give power at the Sustainable Blockchain Summit. And finally, I want to praise Yas for doing all this great work, putting together our growth forecast and our tokenomics forecast to present to funders and investors. And I will pass it to Almond.
I want to praise Ashley for being on top of work, even she's attending and participating in depth. And I want to praise Corey for accepting hosting the next week Twitter space, and I want to praise Franco for helping me put together the next Giveth Essential session. And I want to pass it to Kotabe.
GM, everyone. I want to praise. But I want to praise Amin for staying on top of Region Farms. And all the dev team that like Region Farms Possible, Sherik, everyone. I want to praise Mitch for bringing me into the spotlight right now. And I want to praise who else? Like everyone that is doing such amazing work. While some people are like part-time right now.
You want to pass it, Kotabe?
Yeah, I want to pass it to. Let's see. I'll pass it to Lauren.
Oops. Thanks, Kotabe. Yeah, so I want to praise Corey for doing such a good job of pushing and coordinating all the comms people and following up with every issue. I also want to praise Griff for doing a lot of work with fundraising and spending all his effort and energy like talking to everybody and about Giveth and just being such a good hype man and having so much energy for that. And I also want to praise Almond for being like all over the place, like such a Twitter hero. She's just like she just gets stuff done really fast on the Twitter, drafting issues like nobody's business. And that's all from We're in the Channel. I'll pass it to Griff.
I want to praise Frashelle for all the backroom work that she does to make sure everyone gets their payments through. It's incredible that payments go through so well every week. I want to praise Lauren for the awesome talk on the money game. It's definitely worth watching. I can't wait for it to come up. And I want to praise Almond for just like being such an incredible community manager, along with Ashley. Sorry, I have to do 4. I want to praise Ashley for taking over the community call for me today. And I will pass it to Corey.
Hey, thanks. First and foremost, really want to praise everyone on the ground at Bogota this week, giving talks and also like supporting the comms around those talks, and also just being there to rep Giveth, even if you're not giving a talk. And I know how much energy that takes this week. So praise to all of you there. Also want to praise Claire for a really awesome sync the other day on content and social media strategy. Yes, I also want to praise Frashelle for your support with my role proposal and all of my questions around payroll. Thank you so much. Okay, passing it to Suga.
Thanks, Corey. Hi, everybody. I also just want to praise sort of non-officially the people on the ground repping Giveth right now this week. And officially, I want to dish praise to Almond, Corey, and Tropical Mango for just a lot of great support in this last week. And I'll pass it to Monique.
I already went, so I pass it to Mo.
Thanks. Okay, so I want to praise Monique for today's actually workshop, 2-person workshop. I want to praise Tosin for working on the user testing. I want to praise all of the developers for implementing all of the design, and I actually don't know who I should pass right now. Can someone help me?
Yeah, I can pass it for you. How about Danny?
Sure. Hello. Good morning, everyone. I want to praise Jake and Mateo for their persistence in following up with this work with SDG to get for round 3 of trying to get fiat donations through on Giveth. I see those comms coming through and appreciate the persistence. And then my second praise is also going to be for 2 people, Almond and Corey. I just see so much life in our communications and really appreciate all the work that you're both putting in. I can feel your energy coming through. And I guess also for my third praise, I don't actually know who to give this to on the design team, but going over the Give Power and explaining that to people is so beautiful. Done. Passing it to Marco.
I don't see Marco, but maybe we could pass it to Franco.
Hey everyone, I want to praise everyone who's at Bogota representing Giveth, and I'm very jealous of you. I want to praise Nico for helping me with my role proposal and answering all my questions about the working groups. I want to praise also Kai for pushing forward the uploading of the data of the old praise into the new system. He's doing a lot of work there, so yeah, and I'll pass it to Yas.
Yeah, thank you. So I want to praise Griff actually for doing a lot of amazing stuff on the ground in DEFCON, finding leads for fundraising and investment. I want to praise also Mitch for helping me to finalize the metrics for the DAO and the treasury numbers so we could finalize the revenue model. And I would like to also praise Jake for his continuous follow-ups and help
with pushing the fundraising as well. And maybe I can pass it to David.
David, are you there? Your microphone is muted. Did you want to dish some praise or introduce yourself? All right, maybe we can come back to you. Who hasn't gone yet? How about Tosin?
Hi everybody. So I want to praise Mo for his work on the design working group. I want to praise everybody on the comms team for actually helping with the survey draft, especially Corey, Ashley, and most especially Sugar. And then also big shout out to Lauren for just being awesome. And I want to praise everybody for being here and just supporting Giveth. So passing to Almond.
Well, Almond already went, but I think Nico still needs to go, yeah?
Yeah, thanks, Ashley. So I'd like to give my praise to Frischel for surviving a very hectic week so far with all the follow-ups and helping me with all the contributor concerns. Praise to Amin for taking care of his buddy calls despite having lots of buddies. A praise to Franco for being active in the community and for the amazing call that we had this week. And praise to everyone whom I communicated this week. That's it. I'm passing it back to you, Ashley.
Thanks, Nico. I think that's everybody. Unless David or David, if you wanted to try again. Oh, you popped back out. All right. Well, let's get into it. We've got some upcoming events and announcements. After this call, TJ is going to give us like a small little demo of the recirculation tool that he's been building. So if you want to know more about that, you can stick around to kind of see what the status update is on that. And Griff is having a talk today at DevCon at 4 p.m. Bogota time, and here is the live stream link, so you can watch that later. And down here at the bottom, you can see we just put some things here. Community governance. These are ways that you can use your Give. Get in there and nominate a project that isn't yet on Giveth, or you can vote on some projects that have already been nominated using your Give. And you can also help us decide which direction our roadmap is going to go in. And there's a token log here to vote on some of the features that are requested, and you can help steer the Giveth roadmap. Yeah, so let's get into working group updates. We can start with the community circle. The mission is to be the living and breathing core of Giveth, an ecosystem of collective support, abundance, and communication where we cultivate relationships and assist innovative projects. So I can pass it. I think Corey will be representing communications updates today.
Hey, yes, thank you. That's right. Yeah, so we've got lots of updates. So I'm going to try to get through all this in a timely manner. Really exciting, of course, this week, Giveth is at DevCon Bogota. Praise to Kotabe and Mateo and Griff and Lauren and everyone else that's there. Ashley, I forget who the rest of you are. There's so many. Mitch, you're also there for repping Giveth, this whole week. It's amazing. And we have 4 talks that have been going on, or there's one still coming up today. But the first one was on Sunday with Kotabe and Mateo. They gave an awesome talk at the Taoist called How to Catalyze Regenerative Economies. I believe the recording will hopefully be up soon to check it out in case you missed it. But yeah, thanks guys. I heard like really great things about that. The live stream was a little funny to catch, but I think the recording is gonna be really good. And then Mateo also participated in a great panel at ETH Latam called ¿Qué son los public goods? If you missed it, you can catch the recording directly on ETH Latam's websites. So you just go to their Twitter, click on their link, and they have a live stream there going. And then, of course, yesterday we had Lauren give a talk at the Sustainable Blockchain Summit, LATAM, called The Money Game. So here in the link, you can actually find the recording directly. I'm so sorry, by the way, if I'm going too fast, but I can't see the stream for some reason. It's like failing on Discord for me. Yeah, you can find the recording directly in the link here. So go check it out if you did miss it. And finally today, Griff will be speaking at DevCon on the biggest Web3 opportunity no one is talking about. This is going to be a really great talk. And this is also going to be, it should be live streamed on the website directly. So you can follow along if you're not in Bogota right now. And then also, our latest feature announcement went out that now projects can receive funds with multiple addresses, which is awesome. And we're going to be looking to schedule these updates more regularly as like recurring content on Twitter. So keep an eye out for that. And also really exciting is Bankless Academy is now verified on the Giveth app. This is super cool. They, if you don't know about them, they're a really great initiative that's helping to onboard people to Web3. So it's awesome that they're verified, and now donors will be eligible for givebacks when they support this project. And also, we've been moving fast on these giveback rounds. Round 20 is out. This was also a really special one. We sent out over 1 million give for this round, which is awesome. It was also the longest round that we've ever had since we extended it by 4 extra days to shift the rounds now to Tuesdays. And in addition, we also distributed Nice. And so it would also help if you like to share this with your network. I think it's really cool to let everybody know when those Nice distributions go out. So people are aware that when they contribute to the Giveth project, they're going to be rewarded both with givebacks and with Nice. And then finally, also for new updates, we announced recently the Giveth donor survey winners. This was also like a really cool thing that we did. So if you want to help us share this, I think it's also a really kind of cool thing that hopefully maybe we'll do again in the future. Yeah, and then coming up soon, we're also still working on a lot of. We're getting really close to closing like a lot of these projects, like the Project Owners 101 course. We're just in the final home stretch of getting this done. We're also going to be updating Giveth, our Giveth documentation. Thank you we had like a really great session on Friday. Thank you, Almond, for organizing a little bit of a training on how to update documentation for Giveth. So now we can get this done like a lot faster. We're also still working, of course, on Give Power boosting comms planning and also general supporting materials around how to represent Giveth in the best way for all of our upcoming events. So that's it for comms today. Thanks so much. I'm going to pass this on to the Communitas working group.
Thanks, Corey. So are you guys able to see my screen still, or is everybody having trouble?
I can see very well.
Okay. I just
want sorry about that. I'm not sure if I was in line.
And do all this stuff, so I just want to make sure it's working correctly. All right, so Communitas, we have our community builder syncs on Tuesday, just before the comms call. You can add it to your calendar here, and into updates. Right now we're working on building a partnership program. The first step is to kind of take inventory of our current partnerships and exploring how we can like nourish them and grow those partnerships. So if you could take a look, if you've been around Giveth and like maybe Danny or some people have been around for a while, take a look at this document, and any partnerships that you know of, current partnerships, please add them so that we can continue to communicate with them and keep those partnerships strong. There's a pitch deck coming up soon that you can find the link to here as well. So add any kind of ideas that you have in this document, and we will continue to grow these partnership programs. We've also taken the survey data that we've received, and we're pulling some donor personas. Jake made this awesome mural board where you could check out the donor personas and see and leave any feedback here. Just kind of like taking the data that we received and creating different profiles for people who might donate and how we can meet their needs. Improving project pages. There's some discussion on how to aid projects in creating more robust and standardized project descriptions. Tropical Mango has started this initiative and to kind of like maybe standardize, and we're working with the devs to create an easy user flow as well as just provide opportunity for them to put in more details and maybe have a more descriptive project page. And last but not least, we're working on just a lot more kind of like social media project interviews, testimonials, interacting with projects and sharing their stories with our greater audience. So we've got some content from our last Meet the Makers that's being edited and creating some testimonials. We have Miguel who's working on doing our Spanish radio show interviews. The proposal just passed today. And Pauline who wants to start doing some podcast style impact stories. And there's some discussion around that in the forum, which you'll probably see later. And so that's our main updates for this week. Remember, we always have the community AMA and orientation call every Wednesday. If you're a new contributor or a project owner that has questions, maybe you're a donor wants to know more about the Give economy, come in, ask questions. We're there to answer them. Sometimes we have themed ones, so if there's a topic you'd like to focus on, we can set up a themed kind of workshop around that. And then the more internal kind of sessions, the Giveth Essentials, that are geared towards active contributors. We'll kind of take a deeper dive into various concepts of Giveth and how they work. And the next one, it will be about shilling Giveth on October 21st. So keep an eye out for that on the calendar. If you want to make sure you get on the invite, send me a DM and I can ensure you get on there. And then last but not least, weekly PSA about gravity. If you see any conflicts in the community or feeling any conflicts with anybody, fill out this form and we can work to develop a process for resolving them and growing from that. So I think that's what I have for this week. I see that the other slide is blanked out, so I don't think Kotabe has a builder update. So let's move on to Platform Circle. And the mission is to empower our contributors with the knowledge and resources to build and maintain platforms that bridge communities, meet user needs, and advance blockchain technology. Who's going to take it for development working group today?
Me.
Yay.
Hello. So would you please pass to the next slide? Yes. So the gift power staking unlocking, we had a hotfix this week. And as you can see, these lockup details of table, I don't want to jump into the details, but some improvement has been made on this feature. So if you want to see the details, you can also click on the front and the latest version at the top of the slide. There is version 2.3.1, and we're gonna have one another soon because we have some bugs in the locked wallet status. And the notification center is ongoing. The design has been updated. The template has been finished. Soon we had some web notifications on the app. Whenever you get the reward, whenever you want to stake, whenever your donation is minted, and also about all the events related to the projects and other stuff. So the backend is work in progress in the backend. The front-end setting page implementation is currently under construction. And about the analysis, the segment tag manager, now we have it on the staging. Soon we can have it as a version on the production. Thanks, Ahmed, for following it up. And we also started writing tests in the front end. I can say that the coverage is less than 5% right now, but it's a good start. And on the right pane, you can see the environments and the features that are ready to go up. So the gift forward boosting is almost ready. We're waiting for Lauren to get back and you guys to test it more. And if you have a thumbs up, we can go live. The new category is also in the staging. There are small things that today our tester find them, so we're going to fix them. And the mandatory update is almost finished.
There are tiny issues and are finalizing in the staging. And if you see the next slide, please. Yeah, to all PMs, please forward your epics and user stories in roadmap repo. We have a template for it. And we're going to run token lock for roadmap. We already ran it. So what we give or wrap give on Gnosis chain. For example, I can see lots of issues like fiat payments, like having fields, extra fields for projects and adding description for the project. They're not in the roadmap, guys. So if you feel that you have enough descriptions for them, add it to the roadmap and advertise for it to make them prioritized. And based on what's going on it for the next releases, the multi-level accounts, we have prototype, we have design, and plus CEDA for internationalization of the DApp is also Meta is leading the holding the flag of it. I saw that it has been split up into several issues, and recurring donation is a very top and hot subject that we're working on it. And now we have prototypes and the business partnership analysis is ongoing. And I'm finished. I may pass it to Lauren, I think.
Thanks, Monique. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can go to the Give Economy updates. Give Economy updates. Boosting. We need testers. We need testers. Boosting is so cool, and it's such an epic product for the Give Economy. And the main blocker is that it's just hasn't been tested enough. So if you're part of the crew and you want to move the Giveth roadmap forward, this is like one of the most important things you could do is help with testing. I think Mitch is going to organize a testing party next week. And when I'm back as well, I'm just going to be like rallying people for testing. So please help. Regen Farms, Fox X Diet countdown will begin tomorrow. And the rewards will start October 17th. The standard snapshot has passed. And so we're getting ready to parameterize a new regen farm for the standard. Also, default donations. Mo has finished the design for the opt-in donations. And so that is also going to be coming soon. On the research side of things, revenue models. We're going to have a new weekly call for GiveFi where we go over the research that's happening in GiveFi to make sure that the research call has space for all the other token swaps and et cetera. But from the last research call, the donation handler first pass, I think Kurt is getting started, or maybe Amin is getting started on creating a first pass of the donation handler so we can have something to look at next week. Give farm fees, I think, are still in conversation, and I don't know if this is an outdated post, but maybe Mitch is going to update the forum, but maybe that's not true. Fundraising, optimism. So optimism doesn't seem like the best fit for Giveth because we would have to bridge Give to optimism, and that doesn't quite make sense. So maybe we're going to be looking at having an optimism grant for the common stack and working with them in partnership in that way. BitDAO, Griff has been spending a lot of time networking with BitDAO people last night, so I think that there's some great leads on investors in there. Also conversations about how to fund the matching pool. I found this Notion document in the notes, so we're talking about how to fund the matching pool. Token swaps. Bankless is out, but we were talking to Scott from Gitcoin about the GTC token swap, and it seems like the limiting factor is mostly just like bandwidth on the Gitcoin side. So going to continue to sort of push that and see where we can go with it. Balancer. We're going to try to get a tweet thread out coming up next week just to try to get more attention on people like wanting to support this proposal. It'd basically be a liquidity pool with like a bunch of different for good DAOs and all their tokens. And so it would be a cool partnership opportunity. Angel Vault, we missed our one give call this week. So I think we're still working on routing. And for the PFP, I think this is going to have to move to another slide because they have a new call and I haven't been going to it. So I don't know what's going on. And that's all I got for Give Economy Working Crew updates.
All right, thanks, Lauren. Is it Mo today for design group?
I'm here. Thanks.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so can you actually go to the next slide? Okay, so sorry guys, just a second. Oh, come on. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Okay. So this week we were still working, trying to ensure that all of the current user can still use and know how they can manage to reach to different things that they want, and making sure that they actually don't feel lost when they see the new design. Also, we will work on a new improvement in the donation flow to let user to donate to also donate to Giveth when donating to other projects. There is some new stuff coming up this week. Recurring donation. It's still ongoing, and we just started working on the prototype and just creating some rough wireframes and see how it should look like. That's basically all of the updates for this week. And also we have a new type form for user testing. So if anyone have time, please let us know, and you can just go to this type form and share your feedback, or you can just reach out to me or Tosin, and if you have anything to share with us, or if you have any suggestion, we are all ears. Thanks, Ashley.
Yeah, thanks, Mo. All right, let's pass it over to the governance circle. The mission is to progressively decentralize the Giveth decision-making process by building a community and a token-based economy around our platform that recognizes contributions, values participation, and rewards altruism. So, governance working group, Griff?
Yeah, major shout out to Mitch, who hosts our weekly sync every Monday at 10 a.m. New York time, or 4 p.m. in Europe. There is, of course, updates on vacation. It looks like myself, Lauren, Mateo, and Carlos are all traveling on October 17th, so we might miss some meetings. Kotabe is taking next week off, which is great. Mosaidi is taking also part of next week and all of the week after off, so congrats. Good job at taking vacation, guys. You deserve it. And of course, myself, Lauren, Mateo, Carlos, Mitch, Ashley, Heather, Almond, Sam, Fabio, Katabe, Willie, and I feel like there might even be some others are at DEF CON right now and might be hard to catch on or off. But feel free to DM us anyway, and we'll just be a little slow to respond. And on updates, so of course, don't forget to do the type forms. If you have any reviews on anybody that you want to give anybody some feedback, the contributor type form is your spot to just tell someone they're killing it and tell them that you really want them to continue doing this great work, or tell them, hey, there was this thing that you did that actually could be done better. Just want to give you a heads up. This is a great place to give that kind of feedback. And of course, before your buddy review calls, fill out that self-review form. It makes that really easy, and you'll probably get pinged by Nico and Frashel to fill that out anyway. Don't forget to start scheduling your buddy review calls. We will bug you incessantly until you do. And major praise to Nico and Frashel for managing all of that and keeping track of all of us. And also continuing on, the feedback from these type forms is really valuable data, and there's an incredible forum post that has a summary of all of the interesting feedback from Giveth and that was made in the Giveth community. So if you want to check it out, check out that forum post. It's really interesting information. There's also the future of Giveth Trace is up in the air, or it looks like it's over. So maybe check out that poll. Rinkaby's not working very well anymore, so it might be the end of days for Giveth Trace. There's another poll. Oh, I forgot to write poll there for the Angel Vault translations. So there's a proposal on the forum. Praise to Mitch for putting that out there. Eth Medellin is happening. There's a poll for sponsorship. It's a little tight. You guys could vote, but it's probably too late anyway. But it's if anyone's going to Eth Medellin, definitely coordinate with Mateo, and we'll see so we can get some more Giveth reps there. There's a Hats Bug Bounty Vault proposal. So that's pretty interesting. Do we want to participate with this? Major praise to Kai for putting that together. And then Integrating Fiat has a poll, and there's some updates there, as well as, of course, if you've been contributing for more than months, if you've been contributing for 5 months or more, for sure, you get NR Give. So make sure to create a vote and in the NR Give DAO so you can get your NR Give distribution. And of course, we're hiring. We're hiring an executive assistant. We're always looking for people who can play in DAO forums, copywriters. Check out if you know anyone who wants a job at Giveth, check out the giveth.recruity.com website and see what's available for them. And I'll pass it over to Mitch in the DAO working group.
Thanks, Griff. Oops, I added the slide. Let's see. Yeah, as Griff mentioned, we've got get rid of that slide. We've got the call on Mondays, our governance call. Hopefully I can make it. I just realized I'm traveling. But anyway, updates. Let's have a look here. We've got a pile of different DAOs for people to check out. We've got the NR Give DAO, we've got the Give Garden, we've got a bazillion Gnosis safes. We've got a token log, we've got a snapshot, we got, what do you want? We got it. Some notables this week. NR Give Q3 distribution is up and the eligibility will be ending on November 3rd. The Q2 2022 vesting distribution is out. Some people have been asking, where the heck is my Give? Well, it's in the Give stream. So click the button, go to the Give stream and claim your vesting there. In the NR Give, our reputation DAO, we've got 3 different votes up. Mint NR Give for Mohammed, and approve Corey and Mo's updated and new role proposals. In the Give Garden, as Ashley mentioned, the Sea of Hurts proposal passed this morning, so the Give Garden is empty for now. Multi-sigs, topping up our token distro from our Give Garden Rewards extension from August to October. Please help me out, guys. I've talked about this for 3 different calls. Just sign the thing. Let's get it done. After that, claiming our Safe tokens, our multi-sigs got some sweet airdrops from Safe, and so we need to claim those tokens, so go ahead and vote on that. Snapshot, nothing for now. The regen farms passed. And let's look at what we got in the token log. Top 5. Loading it up. Spinning. Oh no. The suspense is killing me. Okay, cool. So at the top, still this week, is default donations and donation handler. Second place, multi-level accounts. Third place, Give Power Boosting. Fourth, Carter Projects. And fifth place is the I-18N integration. So the internationalization translation of the Giveth DApp. And then in sixth is the PFP. Great. Thanks for doing that, Ashley. That's it for the DAOs, and I'll pass it back to you.
Hey, thanks, Mitch. All right, so we're to the community spotlight portion of our call, and this week we have Urbanika, and it's an activism school for urban regeneration. They've got an immersive video guide that will take students from learning about the commons to actually co-creating and managing local urban DAOs as ways to reimagine and regenerate their cities. You can find the links here, and I will pass it over, I assume, to Humberto H. Besto.
Do you hear me well?
Yes.
Great, thank you. Yes, I am here with Anna. We had some technical difficulties, but thank you for having us, and we are in love with Giveth. And I will start sharing the screen. There. You see it?
Yes, I see it.
Thank you. So, well, Urbanika has been evolving a lot during this year, and we have been learning through feedback by pitching it, also by presenting it to a focus group in Chetumal and different people that have been going through the propaganda that we have been releasing and the different things, and just giving us feedback, and just we are experimenting a way to make the post-capitalist society more tangible in vision. And well, it's an adventure. And well, our mission is to teach about the intersection of Web3 and regenerative urban management. And this has been evolving because we believe that in order to make this change, we don't need to just focus on urban commoners as urban activists, but also into policymakers and entrepreneurs, so that the change can be systemic and not just on one side of society. And we're doing this through an immersive approach, which Anna will explain in a bit more. And then our goal is to facilitate the emergence of urban commons as DAOs, and in a city-wide coordination through cybernetic commoning. And this is through the use of, for example, Giveth as a way to empower communities. Why we are doing this? Because we think education is boring, so people will not go into any university, won't go to a Coursera thing or something like that to learn about the commons. And also we are doing this because education systems are based on TINA. It means there is no alternative. And we believe, that the truth is that there are many more alternatives. And finally, switching into a regenerative and post-capitalist way of living requires entrepreneurs and policymakers to understand that supporting capitalist endeavors is killing the planet. And this is something that we all need to understand, and that there are many more alternatives and we can coexist, but as having one dominant approach will not take us to the kind of society we want to live in. And well, the solution that we propose is that if we connect each other to share experiences and resources, then the transition will take place. And this is why we are doing this, so that the people that are already working in the commons on the field can also share their experiences, and they can empower with Web3 technologies, and the other way around, Web3 technologies and developers can enrich with the knowledge of the people on the field. Well, you want to explain, Andrea?
Yes. So what are we working on? We are working on different things, but for now we're working on a Commons 101 course with David Bollier. We are very happy to be able to develop this course with him. And it is a basic course on the commons, and the curricula will be covering what are the commons, what are the patterns of the commons, what is Web3 and what are DAOs, how to fundraise on Giveth, and peer-to-peer governance. I think, but in this, yeah. Okay. So people will be able to choose between 3 paths based on their interest. After taking the Commons 101 course, they can choose to go through the urban activist path, the policymaker path, or the entrepreneur path. And well, all of these, each of these paths will have different courses. So the idea is to, well, cover different topics based on which path a person chooses to go through. So our approach has 3 key components. We are testing what people are learning through from each module in the course with an 101.xyz quiz. It's a very simple platform that we are using to make quizzes. It's very user friendly, and when you take a quiz there, you get a skill badge. So yeah, this is a way to confirm what you learned. And then we have a virtual and a real life challenge that you can take through Questions. Questions is another platform that enables taking these types of quests. And through those challenges, you will get collectibles. And these collectibles will be showcasing that you are actively trying to make a change and work for a better world and developing the commons. And then we have the part that is called the Solarpunk Awakening, which are mini videos that are showing the consequences of choosing a capitalist or a post-capitalist scenario. And this is the part that we like to call the aha moment, because somehow we feel like when a person is given an example of something, is the moment when you better understand that thing. So these are the three components of our courses, and we are going to have different metrics through which we are going to measure the success of what we're doing. So we would like to be able to create 3 urban commons. We would like them to emerge from the course. We'd like to have 500 people taking the immersive challenges on questions. And we would like the course to become financially self-sustainable by mid-2023. But there is something that is missing, and what is missing is how can we reach communities in real life that are not familiar with digital learning. And here you are getting an alpha. We are creating a project that is called Civico Bus. The idea is to take a road trip of 5 years throughout Latin America, in which we're going to be bringing to local communities, local activists, policymakers, the courses of Urbanika, but also we'd like to give workshops about projects that are aligned with Urbanika. This is our roadmap for now. We are still developing this part of this new project that is very complementary to Urbanika. And this would be it, I think, for our
I would just like to say something in this last part, is that we are taking the online courses, but in like present or face-to-face approach. So it's not developing new type of courses, just bringing them to these communities in situ, directly to the urban commoners, to the policymakers, and to entrepreneurs at urban places, at these cities, so that they have the opportunity to engage with this type of knowledge and with the Web3 technology providers that are value aligned, so that when they enter into Web3, they know what to choose based on their values and what they want to have as a society. And well, it will be very helpful for us if you could give us feedback about what we are doing, about our pitch, about the propaganda that we have been releasing in Twitter. Anything you can tell us about it will help us a lot.
Yeah, and you can find us on Twitter. We are 0x Urbanika for Urbanika, and we have very inactive still Twitter account for Civico, which is civico.bus. But yeah, there we share everything we are doing, and any suggestion, as Umberto said, would be very helpful. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
And we'll be updating the Giveth campaign in the next days based on your feedback.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is so cool. I'm excited to see that you're working on teaching projects how to fundraise on Giveth, how commons can engage and really make their projects successful on the platform. Would you how would you see Giveth and Urbanika making your project more successful than it is?
You mean like a type of collaboration, or?
Yeah, or it seems like there's some overlap in the resources that you have and the resources that Giveth is creating, especially around onboarding.
Yes, so this is something that we have been thinking a lot, that we are basically making similar things, just that Giveth it's based on the platform and we are basing on education. So sometimes I think we are a branch of Giveth, something I don't know, it's very similar on the values on what we are doing. And what we are aiming for is to showcase Giveth to all these 3 niches, and gather the feedback from the experience of onboarding these people and giving back to Giveth, so that also Giveth can learn from this on-field onboarding. And as we are doing this as a regular thing, I don't know, like it's like being part of the same team. I see it in that way.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think the work you're doing is super important, especially when we get closer to GERVs and things start getting really crazy for commons and DAOs on the platform.
One last thing about this like collaboration or something like that is that I was telling Griff that Anna and I were thinking so we are basing the course on the gift economy. So everything is open knowledge and the videos are going to be accessible always, but then people can contribute to us for supporting the creation of the courses. And we were thinking on having it, the contribution through GIF, so that it can sustain also this gift economy and as a way of showcasing that this is possible to do for commons and to have it as an ecosystem that is supporting not only with the platform but with a coin and with a token engineering design that shows a model or a pattern that can be taken as inspiration and like it will emerge many other models maybe.
That sounds really cool. I mean, I just have to say, sounds amazing. If you need any help with this stuff, obviously, especially if you're creating Give Token utility, we would definitely want to help you, create a proposal in the Give Garden and set up a forum post and all of that stuff. I don't know if you've talked to Kotabe much about this stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll take that and we'll do that. So I'm very happy that we are getting this support. And actually, you, Griff, helped us a couple of days ago when you told us that our we were not very clear in what we were doing. So now we are working on updating our proposal to make it more clear and so people can understand immediately what we are doing. So this has been a very helpful insight. And yes, we'd love to collaborate with Giveth and just to see what we can do together.
Thank you for that. Saying that, hey, we don't understand or I don't understand anything about what you are saying on the Giveth campaign. It's very helpful. Like saying like specifically this or that will help us more. So thank you, Griff, for that feedback. Like, hey, I don't get a clue of what you are saying here. It was really helpful. And yes, thanks for the support. We'll take it forward.
Nothing. I just wanted to thank Ana and Humberto for accepting being here in the community spotlight. And it's also very cool to see that you both are here in Bogota. Yesterday we were hanging out, and it's just great to see that you're not only putting effort to create and to strengthen bonds with Giveth, but also you're trying to get into the Web3. You're connecting with all these people, and I believe that's really valuable, just like to partner with projects and with people that's into the Web3 ecosystem. So happy to actually finally being able to know you in person and nothing. Thank you. And I hope that you enjoyed the rest of your Bogota days.
Thank you. And hopefully see you around.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so good to have you both here, and everything that you just showed us looks so great. I'm excited to see what spawns going forward, and I'll keep an eye out in the forum for the proposal. It looks like we have
That's great.
We have about 3 minutes left of the call, so is there anybody else who has any more questions or anything for Anna or Humberto?
I'm interested in your courses. When do you think you'll have them ready to go?
Thank you for that question. So the Commons 101 should be available by the end of November, beginning of December. And the other courses, we are like building it with different feedback of policymakers, which we have been talking, and also with David Bollier. So we don't have a date for the specialized paths, but Commons 101 should be ready for end of November, beginning of December.
Awesome, thank you.
Ashley, can I just jump in real quick? This is Jay Rush.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, we're gonna end the community call, and for those of you who wanted to stick around for like a short demo, TJ here is going to show us the recirculation tool that TrueBox has been working on for Giveth. So
Right.
if you have to jump,
That's what channel is that? Is that Unicorn?
we can just stay in here, I think, if that works for you.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, so those of you who want to stick around and check out the tool that's the status update on that, go ahead and do so. If not, like, enjoy the rest of your day, and it was so great seeing you all here. Look forward to more connecting in Bogota for those of you I haven't got a chance to yet. All right, bye everybody. Have a great day.
Thanks. Ciao.
Bye.
Thank you.